Okay, so this is page 20, 1 through 4, and the extra practice 1 through 4. It says Joshua is W years old. His brother is 3 years older than he is. If Josh is X, express X in terms of W. Okay? And the way that we would do that is X equals W plus 3. So what are we doing to the W to get to the X? Well, W plus 3 equals X. State the independent and dependent variables in each equation. The independent variable is going to be W, and the dependent variable is X because it depends on what you do to W. Rita has B markers. Sandy has 11 fewer markers than she has. If Sandy has H markers, express H in terms of B. So what are we doing to B to make H? Sandy has H, so we know that. And then we also know that Rita has B markers. Sandy has fewer markers than she has, so we have to do 11 subtracted from B, and that gives us H. State the independent and dependent variables in each equation. The independent variable is B because we're subtracting from it to get the dependent variable of H. A small box of cereal weighs K grams. A jumbo box of cereal weighs 5 times as much. If the weight of the jumbo box of the cereal is M grams, express M in terms of K. So what are we doing to the K to get the M? And it's going to be 5 times that to get the M. Your independent variable is going to be K. Your dependent variable, which depends on what you do to K, is going to be M. Last question from the book. It says the area of Hank's farm is N acres. The area of Hank's farm is 8 times larger than the area of Stan's farm. If S represents the area of Stan's farm, so we do S represents his farm, express S in terms of N. So we're taking N, we're dividing it by 8, and that gives us S. Then the independent variable is N, the dependent variable is S, because whatever we do to N changes our S value. Deanna has Z gerbils. Jackie has 4 times as many gerbils as Deanna. If W stands for the number of gerbils Jackie has, express W in terms of Z. 4 times as many as Diane. So we're taking 4 times Z to get W, and that's correct. W equals 4Z. The independent is Z. The dependent is W. Mrs. Boy buys 2 pounds of ground beef, and Mrs. Anand buys 1.5 less than Mrs. Boyle. If the amount Mrs. Anand buys is D pounds of beef, express D in terms of G. So we take G, we know that we're getting 1.5 pounds less, so it'd be 2G minus 1.5 gives me D overall. And then my independent variable is going to be G, my dependent variable is going to be D. Adrian has 4 liters of milk. He drinks Y liters each day. If Adrian has X liters of milk left over after 1 week, express X in terms of Y. So we have 4 liters of milk. We know that he drinks he drinks Y liters, but it's each day, so it's asking after a week, so we get 7Y. So it's going to be 4 minus 7Y equals X. So again, because it's 7 days in a week, and you have to subtract that out from the original 4 liters. Independent variable is Y, the dependent variable is X. Last question. Raul spent B dollars for lunch. Dolly spent 1/3 of the amount that Raul spent. C represents basically Dolly. Express C in terms of B. So you're really taking 1/3 of B, or just B divided by 3, which is the same thing, equals C. Independent variable is going to be B. Dependent variable is going to be C. That is it. Hope this helps. Have a good one, guys.